Next is the KBJR 6 and Range 11 News at 6 with Michelle Lee, Chief Meteorologist Adam Clark, Tom Hansen, and special reports from Barbara Riles.
A Drummond man hospitalized in Duluth with critical burns is alive today thanks to the quick actions of some strangers. Jordan Winan talked with the men being called heroes.
The Tuesday morning commute seemed like a normal drive to work for Bayfield County Sheriff Paul Sisinka. He lives in Barnes, Wisconsin and makes the 50-minute trek to Washburn daily. But that day would be different.
One of my lieutenants actually had called and we were talking on the cell phone about some projects we had going that day. And while I was on the phone with him, I'd been traveling east, I noticed there were cars parked on both sides of the road. I mentioned to him something was going on, and as I got closer, I saw a vehicle on fire.
Moments before the deputy happened on the scene, John Heidelberger had accidentally driven into the ditch and his car caught fire. Tim Swanson was heading to work when he saw the flames. He quickly pulled over and ran to the vehicle with a fire extinguisher he had in his truck.
I went there, got my fire extinguisher out of my trailer and tried to get the flames out. Didn't realize that there was a person in there. The other guy that came on the scene, he tried to get him out by the legs. He was actually laying crossways on the floor, and he was a pretty good-sized guy.
As Sheriff Sisinka drove by, he saw Swanson struggling to knock down the fire and grabbed his own extinguisher to help out. It was then they realized a man was trapped inside.
I reached in and opened the door, and then he grabbed one arm and I grabbed the other, and we proceeded to pull him out of the vehicle.
You had a couple minutes, maybe less, to get this person out before it would have been fatal.
Behind me you can see where the vehicle went into the ditch, caught on fire and leaving items behind, things like a baseball cap, a license plate.
John Heidelberger is alive today because of the heroes who decided to stop on their way to work to lend a hand. Jordan Winan, the Northlands News Center.
Heidelberger is listed in serious condition at Essentia Health St. Mary's Medical Center. Hunters participating in Minnesota's bear season, which opens on September 1st, are asked to avoid shooting radio-collared research bears. The bears are marked with large, colorful ear tags or colorful streamers. Minnesota Department of Natural Resources researchers are monitoring about 35 radio-collared black bears, most of them in northwestern Minnesota, especially near the Chippewa National Forest, the Cloquet Forestry Station, Voyageurs National Park, and between Ely and Tower near the Eagle's Nest chain of lakes in northern St. Louis County. Hunters are asked to be vigilant for the research bears because they provide long-term data on reproduction and habitat use. Well, sports is coming up, and Tom's here with a quick preview. Tom.
Michelle, the Milwaukee Brewers looking to extend their winning streak to 7 games this afternoon. They hosted the Dodgers. We'll have more from Miller Park, and we'll take a closer look at the UMD volleyball team. They're ranked 12th in the country in the preseason polls, and find out what position Joe Mauer's playing tonight. That and more when we come back.
On air, online, or on the go, trust the Northlands News Center for your news. Because news is what we do. Your Northland Sports Report with Tom Hansen starts now.
The first place Milwaukee Brewers trying to extend their winning streak to 7 games this afternoon, also seeking their first sweep of the Dodgers. 2 teams playing this afternoon at Miller Park in Milwaukee. Marco Estrada started for the Brewers in this game. No score early, picked things up in the second inning. Rod Barajas, a home run for the Dodgers. Barajas' 11th of the year, a solo home run, 1-0 in favor of L.A. Clayton Kershaw went 8 innings, had 6 strikeouts, and here he gets a strikeout for the Dodgers. They win 5-1 your final score, Dodgers over the Brewers, and the Brewers' 6-game winning streak comes to an end. UMD volleyball team has some holes to fill this upcoming season. The Bulldogs graduated 3 starters from a year ago and welcomed 7 new faces. Zach Schneider has more on the new-look Bulldogs and their plan this year.
The UMD Bulldogs volleyball team won 23 matches in 2010, good for 4th place in the NSIC, and a 9th straight appearance in the NCAA tournament.
We certainly expect to be out there and competing at a high level in conference and then in the regional level and trying to qualify for the NCAA playoffs, and nothing will change.
The Bulldogs' 9 returners know what's expected of them, but they also know what they'll be expecting of the new players this upcoming season.
A lot of effort and hustle, which will be good because you get new blood in there, it just gets everyone else going. So we'll be young, we'll be a little inexperienced, but the hustle and energy will be a good thing for our team.
We come to UMD, we have expectations to win, and we work hard, we have a strong work ethic, and when you come as a freshman, you just know that's how it's going to be, and that's what we strive for.
Hibbie native Kate Lang had a breakout freshman season for the Bulldogs in 2010, but she says she expects more of herself and her team this upcoming year.
You can always improve. I'm very critical of myself, just playing-wise, and there's no one who can slack in the gym. We all push each other, we get pushed by our coaches, and I think that's why we're usually successful.
Beyond the wins, though, the Bulldogs say they've become smarter players and people during their time at UMD.
Leaving this program, I'm going to know so much more about volleyball and growing as a person. How I was as a freshman is totally different from how I am now.
In Duluth, I'm Zach Schneider, the Northlands News Center.
Thanks, Zach. They start their season September 2nd. In notes, Twins and Yankees tonight at Target Field. Joe Mauer starting in right field for the first time in his Major League Baseball career, and a special night of racing tonight at the Amsoil Speedway in Superior. Sprint cars starting at 7, rained out from Tuesday night. So, Michelle, Joe has now played first base, catcher, DH, and Luke Hughes was supposed to play, but he missed his flight, and so they needed an outfielder. Denard Span has concussion-like symptoms. Kubel had to leave, so Joe's in right.
Talk about your one-man band.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, thanks a lot, Tom. Still to come, the start of the weekend's just around the corner. Adam's in next to let us know if it's going to get off to a sunny start.
Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men. So, your sister is getting married again. Look your best. Mainstream Fashions, downtown Duluth.